Hello, first time doing this. I am a 28-year-old M, my GF 23-year-old F, that I will refer to as Gloria. We have been together for over 3 years. Before us dating, I learned one of her exes who was super toxic and like almost 9 years older than her. I will refer to him as Nick. She had told me he was roommates with her now dead sister along with his best friend that I will refer to as Liam, and she spent a lot of time over at her sister's house. Eventually, Nick cheated on my girlfriend with her sister, and they stopped talking. However, my girlfriend continued talking to Liam because he never did anything bad to her, and they also used to game together. Liam is best friends with Nick, to which I felt a bit uncomfortable about her talking to him, just because I didn't like the idea of her telling Liam stuff about us for him to just run back to Nick and tell him. I don't like the idea of her ex still being informed about our personal life now. Gloria promised she would not talk to him about our relationship, so I said fine, she can have that friendship with Liam. Gloria has always had very little friends since I met her, and for a while now has had pretty much no friends to hang out with, to which I have encouraged her to find some, and have even attended knitting groups with her to be there for her while she meets new people, so she can feel more comfortable. This was until about 3 months ago when she decided to join a gaming Discord that Liam invited her to join. I worried but didn't want to make a big deal of it, and tried to just trust her. She did offer for me to join at some point, but I said I wasn't comfortable, one, because I don't game, and two, I didn't want to be interacting with her ex's best friends Liam. Gloria started spending lots of time in this Discord, and even when we were together she would be talking to them. When we were sleeping she would be on her phone, and she would talk to me a lot about this new guy that I will refer to as Tony. She would say things like he's so good at gaming and OMG, he carried our team, and just very much praise for him. She would tell me about deep conversations they would have, and kinda started raising red flags, but again I kinda sucked it up and didn't say anything. Eventually the anniversary of her sister's passing came, and she usually gets pretty sad during those times. I tried to be there for her. I don't have the track record of being the best emotionally available person, but have been working at it and making time to be there for her, and overall I think I've made some good improvement on it. On the day we were going to the cemetery, she and a random playlist on that doesn't sound at all to what she usually listens to, so I asked her how she come across this playlist, and she said Tony shared it with her. It's his playlist and recommended she listen to it on this tough day. She also said he's been there for her, and they have been talking about her sister. She literally sent him a text saying thanks for letting me lean on you during this tough day. I took the day off work to go with her and be there for her, and I felt super betrayed. But again, I knew it was a tough day for her, so I sucked it up, waiting to address it some other time. She could tell I was upset, and she asked me why, so I just said, no, I'm okay, we can talk about it some other time. She did confess to me she knew why I was mad, but we just kept going about our day. I took her to eat sushi after the cemetery at her favorite spot, then went home. I tried to still have positive interaction with her through the day, putting my feelings to the side. We got home and ended up taking a nap together. When we woke up, she instantly turns on the TV and says she wants to watch the show that Tony sent her, to which I get pretty upset and stay quiet. She puts it on, and I just don't say much. We had planned I would spend the night over at her place already, so I was ready to stay over. She out of nowhere starts telling me, okay, should I give you a ride home now? I then respond, oh, it's okay, I'm spending the night with you. She then says, oh well, I just want to get on Discord with my friends and don't want to keep you up. She then offers for me to go to a different room, so she can stay up with her friends. Basically all our plans out the window because she wants to get back online to talk to Tony. It felt like she just wanted to get rid of me so she can spend time with him. At this point I was done with it, so just went home. I later texted her that night. She said she loved me, to which I responded, yeah, sure. She asked what was wrong, and I told her what had been going on, and that I was very mad. She turned it around and started saying I didn't want her to have friends, and wanted to separate her from her friends, and that I was being one of those guys who is abusive and wants for her not to have any other support group than myself. I was so mad she said this because for months I literally tried to help her find friends and attended things like knitting groups to help her. Really felt like she was emotionally cheating on me and then trying to deflect and manipulate the situation. Eventually, a couple days later, we fixed it. She somewhat apologized, not before still trying to be defensive, but finally apologized appropriately. She then suggested again I join the Discord. I said no, I would feel out of place and uncomfortable. I told her how I felt about her being so close to her ex's best friend, and again assured me Nick was not at all involved in her life, and there would be no contact. I don't want to jeopardize any of her friendships, so I said fine to continue them, but I would not like to join. Deciding to just trust her. Yesterday, I had asked for some alone time over the weekend because work has been real stressful. She was upset about me not wanting to spend time with her, so I just ended up going to her house to sleep over, but said today I would come back home to have some alone time. I'm laying in her bed while she's in the bathroom, and then comes back and asks me how would I feel about hanging out with her and her friend's significant others, but also with Nick and his now girlfriend. I said I would feel uncomfortable, then asked her what about you? She said, well, obviously, I would like to hang out with my friends, but my main priority is making sure you're okay. To me, it felt again like we were going down the path of her guilting me into extending my boundaries. I then communicated this to her that it felt like she kept trying to push just to see how much more she could get away with and have me extend my boundaries. Her response to this was once again to get super defensive and deflect to how she doesn't tell me anything about my co-workers I talk to and one of my old friends from high school who I haven't talked to in years. She said she's sure I, at one point, had something going on with this friend who I will refer to as Daisy. I promised her nothing ever happened between me and her, and we never even talked to the level she does with her friends. I also said I barely talk to my coworkers outside of work and don't stay up talking to them and having these deep conversations like she does. I was so mad and got up to head home. I feel like her response tells me a lot about the place her ex still holds in her life, and the fact she got super defensive and started yelling at me really rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know if there's something going on with her and her ex, but all these things have been adding up for me. I left her home, and am now thinking if I should just end this relationship. It's tough because it's been over 3 years, but lately there's been tons of red flags. Am I overreacting, or what do you all think? She wants us to move in together by March, and I'm not so sure anymore. Any advice will be appreciated, thanks.